In our next example, you're going to need this conversion factor. I don't think I gave that one to you initially. Remember I said these notes that I gave to you were basics, but you'll run across many other conversion factors. When you write these into a notebook, you'll have them at your disposal to put right in front of you when you're doing your homework, to get used to the conversion numbers, and pretty soon you'll see that you're going to be using just certain ones over and over again. In science, scientists don't convert to all of the place values. There are certain ones that they use more often. So it's necessary for you to have a basic understanding of the number system, the metric numbers columns, but you're not going to use every single one of them for all calculations. So here's another one. And as you come across the ones that you're going to need more often, that's noteworthy for you personally in what you're studying at the time. Because not all of us are going to take chemistry or physics. And from there, go on. We're not all going to be engineers. So some of us are going to need to know more about the math calculation than others. What I'm giving you is the basics to not have to trash your high school grades. Okay, so here we go. Our grid, where we are tracking miles and meters, that's the distance, and hours and seconds, that's time. So we're doing a distance, and we're tracking time. Let's go back to our handy-dandy grid, because this is really a lifesaver. We don't have to think about, should I multiply, should I divide? By placing the items on the grid, you know that you're going to be multiplying across for the denominator, but if you're going to be canceling, you do one on the top, one on the bottom. That's a division. 65 miles. Notice I'm going to have to use MI for miles because we also have meters over here. For 1 hour. Per means 1. Per 1 hour. Okay. The miles, I need to change to meters, so I'm going from a standard measure to a metric. That's why we need this calculation right here. 1 mile, that would be here on the bottom, is the same as 1.609 kilometers. I don't have room for my label. Let me squeeze this in better. 1.609 kilometers. Miles can get canceled out. Kilometers are not what I need. I need meters. So we need another box for this. The kilometers have to go to the bottom now, and now we can do our meters. So in 1 kilometer, we have 1,000 meters. I can cross out the labels. And now my meter is exactly what I need, so I can stop. I'm done with that part of it. Now let's go back and get rid of this hour. We're going to change it. Hours on the bottom, I have to have it on the top. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. My hours go. But my label minutes does not match what I need. So we need another box here to get rid of the minutes, which pop to the top. And then I have can do seconds. There are 60 seconds in 1 minute. Cross out my minutes. And here's my other label. So I have meters and seconds. Now the math takes all of it times 1.609 times 1,000. 1 times 1, I'm not going to bother putting that down. Here, 1, 1, 1, 60. times 60. All right, this is a time maybe you'd want to grab your calculator. It's kind of an involved situation. There are some shortcuts that I can see in this, but it's probably one where you would naturally pick up a calculator. So 65 times 1.609 times 1,000 is equal to and then we're going to divide by 60 times 60 is 3,600. Again, I'm pretty sure that most of us would grab the calculator for these. But these are the kinds of problems where it's efficient to do it that way. Divided by 3,600, and we get 29.05. 29.05 meters per second. And if I had to label my answer here, I would go back to my problem and take the circled parts that I did, meters per second.